Well, Rich, appreciate you taking a few minutes to share your thoughts about our long road together, in this on this fitness journey of yours, of ours. And the first question being, and I know it's been a couple years now, and think back to the very beginning when you first were looking for a trainer. What kind of shape were you in back then before we started working together? How would you describe your health and fitness?
I wasn't in very good shape. I had a hospitalization that I went into a rehab facility, or it was an outpatient, but I was doing some recovery there. That both of my legs basically were really, really swollen, and various things. I was in not very good physical shape, to the point where I wasn't really able to walk too well. Definitely couldn't balance a lot of things that I used to be able to do. And the working with a physical therapist was fine, as long as insurance paid for it, basically, and as long as I could go there. And then that's when finding a trainer was something I wanted to do. And sure enough, that's how we met. And from there, it was I was not in good physical shape really at all, and I think I've done a lot to get a lot better off. So,
What prompted you to take action? Because we all know, I think we've all been there at some point in time or another, where we say we want to do it, but we don't turn words into action. At that particular time, a couple of years ago, what prompted you to turn words into action and really follow through on finding a trainer and working with one, finding me and working with me?
well, the fact that I knew that I wasn't going to be able to do what I wanted to do on my own,
Mhm.
because I just had not really been down that path before myself. And also knowing that I wanted someone else to be involved in helping me get down the path of better fitness, and be able to really have someone be kind of a partner in that situation, that makes it something that I was fairly clueless on. And it was prompted due to some bad physical situation that I had, and it just I thought it was the smartest thing I could do to really go in the right direction. And to this day, I'm incredibly happy I did so.
Well, take me through. That segues me to my next question is, over these past couple of years, and we've been working together, for quite a while. You're one of my, certainly my longest tenured clients. What has your experience been over these past couple of years from us working together?
Well, I've grown a lot over that time, but one thing I've very much appreciated, that you've done it kind of understanding my pace. And it wasn't like you've worked so well with kind of feeling me out, listening to me, and kind of keeping it at a good pace that I'm comfortable with, and continue, yet still pushing me at times, which is of course something I want. And I think that I can stand on one foot now. I couldn't do that before. I'll be out doing things in the yard, and or slip on something, like when it's cold out, and I slip on black ice and catch myself without falling on my butt. I'll tell you, there's a lot to be said for that, especially knowing that I could get injured in that way, of course, but also just feeling good that I was those are things I used to be able to do prior, because I had coordination and dexterity, and I've regained an awful lot of that through working with you, and you kind of helping guide me down that path to get to that.
At what point did you realize, what, this is a really good fit for me? We're working well together, and we're getting results, and we're doing things, the right way.
Well, I would say, there were a couple of times where I mean, there's a lot of times, of course, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep doing this. And you actually helped me and kind of helped motivate me a little bit with some good suggestions. And really made me go, okay, I need to think about this. I didn't tell you outright I didn't want to keep doing this. You may have been able to sense it, but there were times where I was just like, I mean, is this really what I want to keep doing? Is it worth my time? And I kept seeing some results, some like real results to the efforts, and knowing that I've actually done some work to get there and been able to, again, I mean, I said before, like staying on one foot, but like, being able to just do all these things that I didn't know if I would be able to do again. And there's no possible way I don't think I would have gotten there without, working with you on this awesome journey I'm now on, because I love it.
Awesome. I appreciate that. And finally, if you were talking to someone who's expressing interest in working with a trainer and saying, hey, I hear you're working with this Victor guy, what's he like? Would he be good for me? What would you tell them?
Well, first of all, I'm not a paid actor, but you can slip me a 20, Vic, if it'll help. Anyway, I would say that you've been really excellent to work with, because and I know from just discussions with you, you're not going to just take anybody on as a client, because you want to make sure that it's a two-way street. And you want to see someone that's going to put the effort in, because otherwise it's you're not just trying to make a couple bucks. You're trying to make this the fact that you share your journey and kind of how you got to where you are. And I mean, it's something to really, I mean, I'm sure you should be very proud of yourself. I'm pretty sure you are.
Appreciate that.
But it's never ending. It's ongoing. And that's one thing that you've really like instilled in me, is like, okay, well, there's no end to this, It's not gonna like stop, where you want to continue to do things that are very positive. And working with Vic it's such a positive experience, like day in and day out. And he may not feel good, you wouldn't know it that day. Like he wouldn't be complaining. He's just there to take care of business. And yet we of course have a lot of fun too. I mean, we joke around, and then I put on some music in the background. And no one needs to see his dancing. But
no one does.
Anyway, but we, and then certainly through the whole pandemic, when the world flipped upside down on everybody, you and I were still doing things and getting at it. I was in like a little tiny space even doing it, and I look forward to our sessions. It's something I really look forward to, and it's a great kind of break from my every other part of my life. And yet, we've become friends over time too. So, but it's clear that you really like what you're doing too. That makes a difference.
Well, Rich, I certainly appreciate your time with all this.
Oh yeah, well, thank you. That kind of start making jokes about you.